This is something that you can keep all your life. You can keep this watch 50 years. This is a symbol of a unique French manufacturer.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm very excited to be here with Hugues, President and CEO of Pequignet.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure.
Some people might know about Pequignet, some people might not know about Pequignet. What will you tell somebody that never heard about the brand?
First, we are the French manufacturer.
Okay.
So Pequignet is a French brand, but also a French manufacturer, carrying all the history of the French watchmaking. As you know, watchmaking born in France many centuries ago.
Yeah.
And so in somewhere we are the heritage of this long history of watch manufacturing in France.
So something that is very important for me, yes, I love watches and I love the object, but for me is the DNA, the story behind. And I'm sure you have a story behind not just the brand, but also yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
The story of Pequignet is that manufacture was created about 50 years ago, a little bit more than 50 years ago, by Emile Pequignet. So this is the name of the company. And
Yeah.
Emile was more a designer. He was creating one of the first working on, and maybe the first working on real female watches for ladies.
So the brand started with ladies' watches.
Mainly with lady watches.
Okay.
And at that time, so back in the 80s, he was not doing his own movements, he was
Okay.
buying Swiss movement. So he was making a lot of new collections every year of very nice, elegant, very French watches. So that is one part of our DNA.
Yeah.
The second part of our DNA is when Emile sold the company to a watchmaker from a family of watchmakers. So he decided that Pequignet should become a manufacturer. Then they decided to invest into making own movements. The first movement made in-house was in 2010. So Pequignet presented his first movement in 2010, which was the Calibre Royale.
Okay.
Calibre Royale
Royale.
is a very specific movement where the complications are from the beginning built in. It's not caliber, then you put the complication on top. This is a movement which has been created with integrated complications, so the jumping date, so 96 hours of power reserve, moon phase, and so jumping date are really 3 disc jumping at midnight instantly.
Yeah.
So that is a very special, it's jewel of the company. And then the company had some financial difficulties, and 4 employees bought back the company in 2017. Then something was missing in the company, which was a small movement. So they decided to develop the Calibre Initial, which is an in-house manufactured caliber, but thinner, less diameter, and with still 65 hours of power reserve, but only jumping date, three needle jumping date.
Yeah.
So that are the 2 feet of the company. And then decided to create a small group of companies, which is called Maison and Manufacturers. The idea is to take small companies which has a real know-how, French, making in France, and so try to grow those companies. Everything is highly premium. I don't like the word luxury because I think that what we are doing is very nice products with a lot of attention. Of course, that has a price, but is it luxury or not? This is something I will not say.
Everybody has his own opinion about luxury, and in the end of the day, what I love to say is that for some people, $1 million is no money. For some people, $500 is a lot of money.
Exactly.
It's not about the money; it's about the value that you give to an object.
Exactly.
And the story behind and the time. A lot of people buy watches when they graduate, when they have their first child, or when there's a wedding anniversary, whatever. It's for a specific moment.
And specifically on a Pequignet watch, this is something that you can keep all your life.
Yeah.
We are first. The watch is warranted during 5 years.
Okay.
And then after we are repairing, we have a very good after-sales service, and we can repair lifetime. So of course it's an investment, but if you look at the fact that you can keep this watch 50 years, so very high quality product is not that expensive because it lasts. And so I think it goes also well with the protection of the environment, etc. Specifically at Pequignet, all our components are purchased in a radius of 50 miles around the company.
Really? Okay.
So
where's the company based?
The company base is in France, just at the Swiss border, in Morteau, which is an area which in France has a long tradition of watchmaking.
Makes sense.
So this is where we are. Now what we want to do is to mix those 2 DNAs. I told you Emile Pequignet DNA was the style, creativity, French touch, etc. And the DNA of Mr. Liebengut, which bought the company after, was manufacturing, engineering, etc. So now Pequignet is really the mixture between this French touch design and high-tech manufactured watches. This is where we are.
And where can people go and see a Pequignet on their wrist?
Well, first in our boutiques. So we have one boutique in Paris.
Where is it in Paris?
It's just in Saint-Germain-des-Prés.
Saint-Germain-des-Prés, okay.
We have one boutique in Besançon, which is the heart of the watchmaking area in France. And then we have a website also. Of course, you cannot test on the website, you can acquire the watch and you can get it. And if it doesn't fit, you can still send it back. So we have those 3 channels, which are our internal channels. Then we have distributors. So we have quite a lot of distributors in France, in Belgium, Japan, Germany, Italy. We are in Watch and Wonders now. This is our 3rd time here. And so we are developing a network. Now we begin to have watches in Abu Dhabi, Iraq, Vietnam.
And I think I see few watches. So let me grab 1 or 2. Or maybe do you want to grab 1 or 2? I don't know which ones.
I will grab one.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we have 3 watches which are characteristic of what we do at Pequignet right now. This is our new model, the model that we are launching at Watch and Wonders. It's a chronograph. The chronograph is made on the basis of our Calibre Initial. And the case is Royale Paris Chronograph with a very nice bracelet, which is very typical of the know-how of Pequignet. You know, with a very specific way of mounting the bracelet. Very soft, very supple. Here it's another thing which is also characteristic of Pequignet. This is the French elegance. We have diamond because we are capable to insert the diamond inside our manufacture. We do that ourselves with a very nice and elegant color of dial.
Before you use the word elegant, that's the word that I was planning to tell for this watch. It looks very elegant, very sophisticated.
It is a goal. And here this is what we may say that Pequignet is about sport watch. It's elegant sport. It is titan case and rubber bracelet with a quick easy clip that you can very adjust easily. And then you can change for a metal bracelet if you want.
Beautiful. So this one has it's a different, right?
It's a different. It also has the easy
clip as well.
You can change your chronograph with a strap or a bracelet. So this is only 3
I love the
watches.
matching of the color.
Yeah,
the color is very nice.
We try to do that the best we can. So that is, with these 3 samples, a taste of what Pequignet is today between elegance and a certain vision of sport, a certain vision of elegance. And if you look at the one I'm wearing, this is about the same idea. It's an elegant, very elegant watch, but with a lot of complication because here, the moon phase, we have the 96-hour probable reserve and the small second and the jumping date.
Beautiful.
You see, and very well finished with a lot of polishing and surface grinding, etc.
Amazing. So last question for you. As we know, there is the second customer, which is the majority, which they know they are ready to purchase. They have a budget in mind, but they're not sure yet. Do they want a Pequignet? Do they want another brand? People that maybe are looking for their first watch, or maybe they're looking for a collection, a second or third one. What will you tell them quickly so they can decide, okay, you know what, Pequignet is a brand that I will consider?
First, you will have with Pequignet a symbol of a unique French manufacturer. So that is something very special already. Then the second thing is that with Pequignet you will have a very reliable watch. A watch that you can wear every day. We at Pequignet, we don't want to sell watches for people that put that in a safe. We make watches to wear,
to experience.
And so if you like to have a nice product, elegant product that you can wear every day, then you can choose Pequignet.
All right, perfect. Listen, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really pleasure. And you guys, make sure you go watchdna.com/Pequignet. You will have information about the brand. Very soon we're adding the product so you can even try virtually the watch. And hopefully we can have the store locator and the location so you know where to buy them. All right. Again, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
It's a
À très
pleasure.
bientôt.
Au revoir.
See you later.